get her done. I don't know. Anyhow, then Sorensen Truck and Equipment Repair, Skolton's Equipment, LTI Incorporated, Whatcom Manufacturing, CHS, Lynden Downtown Business Association, Farmers Equipment, and Pape, great equipment dealers in Lynden. And also thank you to the Lynden Kiwanis Club for all their hard work today and also getting ready for the parade. I was around town here about 6 o'clock this morning, and these guys were feverishly working, putting up barricades and cones. And speaking of the cones, please, once the parade starts, keep your kids behind those orange cones because we don't want anybody getting hurt or hit or whatever the case may be. Other events going on today, the opening day of the Farmers Market. That's 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on the corner of 4th and Grover. An open house at the Lynden Heritage Museum, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. They said stop by to celebrate the history of the Lynden Fire Department with free Italian sodas, popcorn, or cotton candy. The 7th Street parking lot has coffee and treat trucks, so go check it out. There's also face painting booth and more. Upcoming events for Lynden. Our next weekend is the Camels Club Fishing Derby, June 14th, which would be next Saturday at the Lynden City Park. And then later on in the month of July, we have the Northwest Raspberry Festival, the 25th anniversary of the Kurt Mayberry Memorial Classic. That will be July 18th and 19th. And we as a announcing booth and also our sound booth are going to have a team in the 3-on-3 this year. Chad is heading it up, and I am the official 4th sub. Don't you see, you got to have 3 people on the team, and then the 4th person is kind of like a sub.
Right.
That will be me, kind of like a coach sub, kind of like a player coach. Remember Lenny Wilkins for the Sonics? He was a player coach. He only played when he really wanted to.
Well, lucky for you, our player number 3's already dropped out, so you're going to be it. So you better start stretching out now.
Which one of your guys is player number 3? Anyhow, no, we have some great events, great 3-on-3 teams, and it's a whole lot of fun. So anyhow, make sure you come to that on July 18th and 19th. And then the fishing derby on June 14th, which is next Saturday. Were you ever in the fishing derby?
Oh, yeah. Yep. Oh, yeah. That's a lot of fun there.
Yeah.
Show up early to get your spot on the bank. Well, they have all kinds of prizes you can win, too, for like first fish caught, biggest fish, stuff like that. So it's a lot of fun.
So. Yeah.
Bring the kids down to Lynden City Park next weekend.
Yeah, you bet. It'll be a fun time for everyone. Anyhow, thank you again for all being here. I hope you enjoy the parade as much as we enjoy bringing it to you. So we'll talk to you in about, I don't know, Chad, 5-10 minutes. When we see the parade come down the street, you'll see the parade.
Before you go, Rick, for the first time ever, we are live streaming the Lynden Farmers Day Parade, and we're going to welcome everybody that's joining us online on that camera right there. Thanks for joining us. Help us welcome. Let's hear some noise. Welcome everybody online. All right. Like Rick said, we are just a few minutes away from start time. As soon as we hear those sirens, we're going to get rolling.
You know, if you'd have told me we were live streamed, I would have combed my hair this morning.
It wouldn't have helped, Rick.
Oh, okay. He's so real. You know, I hate him for it. He's very real. Anyhow, Chad, okay.
Okay.
We will see you shortly.
We're getting close.
We are getting close.
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. I say you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey? Big black boots, long brown hair. She's so sweet with her get back stare. Well, I could see you home with me, but you were with another man, yeah. I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away, yeah. I said, are you gonna be my girl? Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. I say you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need money with a face like that, do ya?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the VFW is coming down the street. This is VFW Post 9301. And if you are able, we ask you that you will please stand when they get to the announcer's booth and remove your hats if you have them on. And our color guards will present the flags. They are an honor guard established in 1937. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate your service, and we appreciate you being in our parade today. And right behind the honor guard is 9301 Auxiliary and Friends carrying banners of fallen veterans of Whatcom and Skagit counties, those who have lost their lives fighting for our country. I want to thank all you ladies and gentlemen for your part in our parade today, and thank you to those who served in our armed forces. And thank you also to our color guards, VFW Post 9301. And again, a reminder, please keep your kids behind the orange cones. They'll be able to get the candy thrown or anything, and please, when you do see candy being thrown, do not run out in the street to get it. If a piece falls short of you, let it be. I would rather not visit you in the hospital and have one piece of toffee go uneaten. So if you can remember that, that would be absolutely wonderful.
So while we're waiting for this next entry to make it down our way, Rick, do you know anything about a tractor trot? Apparently it's happening next weekend, a 5K, 10K, raising money for Whatcom Family Farmers Education. They're a fantastic group here. Helps education and farming practices, stuff like that. So next weekend there's going to be a tractor trot. Does that mean you can trot your tractor through there, or do you have to run with your legs?
Well, I guarantee you one thing. At my age, when I trot, it's with my tractor.
Okay.
And I'm on top of it.
So, yep, if you're interested in doing a 5K or a 10K tractor trot next weekend, tractortrot.surepost.com. You can register and get more information there.
You bet. You bet. Appreciate that, Chad. And the lovely lady sitting next to me here is Melissa Van Lowe. She is one of our chamber people. Thanks, Melissa. It's always been great working with you. And she's not only one of my favorite people, but she was one of my daughter's best friends in high school and grade school, all the way through school. Yes. So thanks, Melissa. Appreciate it. And next to her is my beautiful wife. Hi, dear. She doesn't like to be put on the spot, Chad.
I don't know that she likes you not put on the spot at this point, Rick.
You know, we've been married so many years that she's been put on the spot so many times. You'd think she'd be getting used to it.
You'd think.
You're not going to touch that one, are you, Chad?
No, not with a 10-foot pole, no, Rick. You're on an island by yourself on this.
Actually, our next entry is going to be our Lynden Police Department. And if I don't shut my mouth here real soon, my wife is going to flag them down and say, take him away.
Yeah, 3 hots and a cot for you tonight.
They're actually coming with their side-by-side today. Normally they have one of the Lynden police cars or SUVs, but they are in their side-by-side today. And they always have somebody different. And when I get my book, it always just says Lynden Police Department. So I have to go talk to my good friend Lee Beld, who is an ex-police officer and one of our Lynden City Councilmen. And he finds out who's driving the car, or in this case, the side-by-side. So Jeremy Boss stopped and gave that to me. He's another Lynden police officer. And he stopped and gave that to me this morning as we were coming here. But the gentleman driving this today is Corporal Alex Plushakov. And he is with his wife and 4 children. And he has been on the police force for 5.5 years with the Lynden Police Department. So, Alex, it's very good to have you driving this year, leading our parade. Thank you so much. And thank you also to your beautiful wife and your 4 beautiful kids for being here with you.
We are so lucky here in Lynden to have the police force that we do, because they are all such great people. And
they definitely are. There's no doubt about that. We are, you know, for as small of a community as we live in, we are really blessed with a wonderful police force. Not only that, but right behind that is the Lynden Fire Department. This is Engine 7505 making its last parade appearance. It's been retired from service. Still looks brand new to me.
It's a great looking truck.
Good looking truck. Just park that right in my truck yard out there way on the end of the Benson Road, and we'll take care of it. But
there's a few hours of polish that's gone into that guy.
Oh, you got that right. But taking its place is the fire department's new ladder truck. It's the 2025, and it is called Ladder 75. Or is that the new one? I think that's the one that's going to be put out of service. Regardless, it can go in my yard. Next, we have our grand marshals, Ed and Aileen Brandsma, founders of Edeline Dairy. That's their son-in-law, Mitch, driving the tractor. They're celebrating 50 years. Hi, Ed and Aileen. Hey, Ed. Hey, Mitch, stop just a second. Ed, do you remember 50 years ago, you and Aileen and Sadie and me went out for pizza? And we had just started our trucking business, and you said, you know what? I think I'm going to start a dairy. do you remember that? And we are going to process milk, ice cream, everything else. You know, that was 50 years ago, Ed. But you have done great. You and Aileen, we thank you for all the wonderful things you've done in our community and continue to do. And congratulations on being our grand marshals. They process fresh milk, ice cream here in Lynden. The float being pulled by the very first tractor purchased by Ed. And it's completely restored. And like I said, their son-in-law, Mitch, is driving it. Next, we have People's Bank. And my favorite drive-through people are carrying the banner. Marissa, it's always good to see you. Rhonda, my favorite neighbor lady. Good to see you, Rhonda. Founded in 1921 in Lynden, it emerged from the collective vision of townspeople seeking a competitive choice to meet banking needs. Honesty, integrity, respect, and commitment are the foundation of how we conduct business. 3 generations of the Lecoq family, with grandson Charles Lecoq now at the helm as chairman of the board and the CEO. So thank you to everyone at People's Bank for everything they have done for the community. George and Grace watching in Colorado live. Welcome. Welcome to our... Thank you. How are you doing? Good, good. Anyhow, People's Bank. We thank you for everything you've done for the community of Lynden. And they are our presenting sponsor, as I do believe they have been the last 3 years, right? And next we have our mayor, Lynden Mayor Scott, and his wife Ellen Courthouse, and one of the little grand boys. Now, Ellen, last week it was a little different scenario. Here you're sitting in a car relaxing and smiling. Last week you were cheering your granddaughter on at track state. And so were you, Scott. And she did very, very well, I might add. So thank you, Scott and Ellen, for your many years of dedicated service as the mayor of Lynden. We appreciate you so much. Next is Satpal Sidhu. He is our Whatcom County executive, and he is working for the vitality of our community, the health of our families, and deliver the promise of our county charter, a government that works for everyone. So thank you, Satpal. Appreciate you being here. Don't fall out of that window now. Yeah. Next, we have the Whatcom County Sheriff's Office, law enforcement agency responsible for Whatcom County. It's also the only local law enforcement agency with a motor unit, which is motorcycles. This is Deputy Keith Brown and Deputy Jason Heinz. The motor office course is a highly specialized 80-hour training program, considered one of the most challenging in law enforcement. And right behind them, we have one of the SUVs for the Sheriff's Department. And it's our sheriff right there, Daryl Tinksley. And I believe he's trying to pull these guys over on these motorcycles because they're driving a bit erratically. But this is their one time of the year where they can do that. Next, my good friend Al and Shelley Manning. Al Manning over there. Al, you got somebody else to drive. Were you too busy putting the sawdust in? Al Manning, he's the sponsors with his horses of CHS Northwest, rooted in our community since the very beginning. Farm and egg business, maintaining and improving your home and yard, spoiling your favorite furry friends, or simply living the life you love. CHS Northwest, and right behind them, is their reliable truck that brings out gasoline, and they also have propane. CHS has a little bit of everything for everybody. But Al Manning with the horses, you'll see him with 6 of those at the Northwest Washington Fair in August. And he will have 6 of them up in front of that wagon. Al is a great guy. I wish I could say more about him. He is a former horseshoer for the Budweiser team. This is Hinton Chevrolet. My good friend Steve. And Steve, I told you yesterday, don't honk while I'm talking. Okay? Are you going to do what I ask you to now? Steve and Stephanie Jostes, owners of Hinton Chevrolet. They do a great job. They have vehicles, parts, and service, and they do a wonderful job of not only selling cars, but also of taking care of them when they're sold. And this is his dad and mom in the beautiful Corvette. That's Rev and Bev. Rev and Bev in the Corvette. That's Steve's dad and mom. And Steve and Stephanie do a great job. So thank you to them. Next, Farmers Equipment. Lance Rosema driving the off-road forklift. This is great for a smooth ride in uneven terrain. Then we have Tristan Brink.
Tristan doesn't look like he has quite as smooth of a ride.
No, he's beating the poor crap out of this little hydrostatic drive compact tractor with the little rototiller on the back. Then we have Dave Sneeve driving the tractor with the wood chipper behind it. Boy, if you need some wood chipped, that's a cute little rig. You know what? Steve, Dave, you can park that right by the fire truck in my truck yard. I'll use that for a while. Next, we have Pat York, and he is driving the crab tractor, towing a micro rain little reel irrigator, perfect for larger yards and hobby farms. That's a cute little rig, too. Then Mark Rosema is driving the Farmall 55 utility tractor with a Vermeer tedder. Now, in case you don't know, this tedder, when you cut hay to dry it out faster, you ted it to fluff it up so that the air gets to it and dries the hay faster. So that is driven by Mark Rosema. Then Todd Witherspoon is driving the 75A utility tractor with the Case small baler. This makes small little square bales, known for its flexibility. Then last but definitely not least, we have Travis Rosema in the Magnum 340 tractor and Vermeer mixer. Now the farmers put all the ingredients that they're feeding their cattle in this big mixer box, and it rotates and it mixes it all up so that everything is mixed and ready when they dump it in front of the cattle. Now we have LTI Incorporated, the Jansen family. I'm sure you've seen these trucks everywhere on the road. They pick up all the milk from the dairies. They're always looking this clean. You'd think they cleaned it up for the parade. Well, no, they always look like this. LTI and Milky Way do a great job. The Jansen family, been around for years and years. Henry Jansen started LTI years and years ago. They have a lot of equipment in Alaska. They do a lot of cross-border stuff up in Canada. Next, we have Skolton's Equipment. Mike Skolton at the wheel, driving the Claas Extron 12-650. Nice little Kubota diesel. Everybody needs one of those to go get your mail every day. Thanks, Mike. Next, Pape Machinery. Your Pape John Deere dealer.
This is still Skolton.
Oh, this is still Skolton's with a big mower on the front of this. Good look. Yes, there's Mike. There you are. And you got another one. Yes, they have another one back there, but those wings flop down so that you're mowing with 3 heads when you're mowing fields. And I'm telling you, if you've ever seen them working, they take one whale of a swath. Then we got a little Kubota, little tractor for the hobby farmer. Nice young man driving that tractor. Nice bucket on the front. You bet. If you need anything in the realm of equipment, from lawnmowers to big tractors to big mowers, whatever you need, go to Skolton's Equipment, located right at the end of Front Street, where Front Street meets the Guide Meridian. Next, we have Pape Machinery, your John Deere dealer, located on the end of Main Street and the Guide Meridian. Your local John Deere dealer, proud to support local farmers and the community. They have a nice little Gator there, and then a little 5075 EN John Deere four-wheel drive tractor with a nice cab on the front. And we get a little bit bigger with the 6R130 John Deere four-wheel drive tractor with a little bigger cab on it. You bet. So the longer you've been at Pape, the bigger the tractor you get to drive in the parade. So, and then we have a 7175M, which is getting bigger all the time. And I'll tell you what, you'll see some antique tractors coming through here pretty quick. And when you see these antique tractors, when I was a young kid, a lot of these tractors were not antiques. And we thought it was never going to get any bigger than this. Well, look at this. You have the 8R370. You can't even hardly hear this tractor running. They are so quiet, so fuel efficient, and so, yeah, he's revving that thing up and you don't see one bit of smoke going into the air. They are so clean and run so cleanly that very few emissions go into the air. So thank you to Pape Equipment for bringing us some great looking equipment there. Next, we have the Whatcom County Dairy Women, Ambassadors Maddie DeLange and Sarah Van Berkham, representing the dairy farmers of Whatcom County in the next year, and advisors Brooke Weimer and Debbie Vanderveen. They're riding in a beautiful pickup truck provided by Reardon's. Driving is Whatcom County Dairy President Cheryl Lallis. So thank you, ladies, and good luck in your next year as dairy ambassadors. You both make a beautiful pair, so thank you so much. Right behind them is Gilly's Funeral Home. This is an 1890 Sayre and Scoville horse-drawn hearse. It was manufactured in Cincinnati, Ohio. How you doing? Good, good to see you. Looking good. That young man who just brought me candy is Tim Kramer. Tim and Marissa own these beautiful blacks, and they are pulling this beautiful hearse. It stayed with Gillies till 1975. Then Don Smith sold it. Mylan Smith in 2014 bought it back, and it's just on display there a lot of times. It's a beautiful, beautiful piece of equipment. And again, I said pulled by the two beautiful black Percherons of Tim and Marissa Kramer. Next, we have the grocery outlet with their famous shopping cart. Their famous shopping cart.
They're the performers, really.
They're performers.
Which is kind of funny because when I pull these kind of stunts in this store, they throw me out.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, they take my shopping cart away. But this is a drill team. A shopping cart drill team. Precision. Precision shopping cart drill team. Look at them go.
The drill sergeant Monty in the middle there, he's keeping everybody dialed in.
Yes, and look at, they even got a little baby in one of them. That little baby is scared to death. But Mom says, hang in there, honey, we're just about done.
Big round of applause for the...
You bet, give him a big round of applause. And then we got the chief in the motorized one.
The death-defying...
Grocery outlet.
Grocery outlet drill, shopping cart drill team.
Drill team, they wow me every year. Next, we have the Lynden Christian Mini Cheer. They've been practicing over the last 2 weeks, and they are learning to be big cheerleaders for the future. Peyton, you're looking good, my dear. Oh, you're carrying that banner very well. My one grandson's girlfriend, Peyton Cowan, who is a cheerleader. And I just embarrassed her and my grandson sitting behind me. But that's okay. That's what grandpas are supposed to do. They're supposed to embarrass their grandkids. So anyhow, the mini cheer from Lynden Christian. We thank you so much for being here. Next, we have the Northwest Spotted Drafts, sponsored by Scrap It, Stow It of Bellingham. Scrap It Recycling Services and Stow It Storage, the container rental solution, offers services in Bellingham and the greater Puget Sound area. The beautiful spotted drafts, they are a beautiful, beautiful animal. So you'll see them again at the Northwest Washington Fair. And this one is sponsored by Stedman Powder Coating of Ferndale and their locally owned family business that provides powder coating in Whatcom County and the surrounding area. And believe me, they do a beautiful job. They just did some powder coating for Sadie and me, and a fantastic job. So give them a call. The Northwest Spotted Draft, sponsored by Stedman Powder Coating of Ferndale, Washington.
Just one quick reminder, keep an eye on your kids and try to keep them back there behind the cones.
Absolutely.
We would hate to see anything happen, so.
We certainly would. Don't worry, like Chad just said, one piece of candy is not worth getting run over by one of these big tires on one of these vehicles. So thank you again to the Northwest Spotted Drafts.
Beautiful animals.
Oh, aren't they beautiful,
are.
though? They are just the most beautiful paint horses that you've ever seen. Our next entry is Safeway, your local neighborhood grocery store. Safeway. Good job, girls. You're doing a great job.
A big thank you to all the entrants this year to make this parade happen. Without everybody entering all their entries, we wouldn't be able to make this possible. So thank you to them. Thank you guys for being here to take it all in. It's such a fun event.
You bet. And we've got a lot of great people here, including all of you that are coming to watch. And my good friend Mark Stremler just grabbed me and shook my hand. Mark is one of our county councilmen. Great young man. He learned from the best. He drove truck for me for quite a few years. Never made a mistake, did you, Mark? I don't know where you went, but Mark Stremler, one of our county councilmen, great young man. His wife Sherry, great families. So thanks, Mark, for saying hi. I appreciate that. We have a little bit of a lull in the action here. We're definitely not done, people. We're about, if you want to know how far we are, we're maybe close to a quarter of the way finished. So we hope you're enjoying it. What a beautiful day for a parade. It could not be any nicer. So we just appreciate all you being here. We appreciate everyone that's helping out today. Again, please, like Chad said, keep your kids behind the orange cones. We don't want anybody getting hit because only one bad accident could destroy this whole parade thing. With everything going on in our world today, it just it doesn't take much to destroy something very, very good.
All right, let me hear you guys out there. Let me make some noise if you have already gotten a piece of candy so far. Let me hear you guys. Nice. Are you guys enjoying the parade so far? Let me hear you.
And if you haven't got a piece of candy so far, let me hear you. Oh, there's still a few that haven't. There's more candy
There's
coming.
There's more coming.
There's
Don't
more
worry.
coming. This is Dancing for Joy. No, this is still Safeway. This is still Safeway with the New Holland tractor, and I think what they're doing is giving out water bottles. That's why they're a little bit late. Thank you, sir. Oh, we got it. That one's history. Somebody's going to get it. Thank you so much. Safeway, great place to buy your groceries. We appreciate them being here, and we much appreciate them on a nice hot day like today, handing out the water bottles. That is very, very nice of you all, because you are working very... Now, all you people that are handing out the water bottles, make sure you take a drink now and then, because you're out in the hot sun working fairly hard. So thank you again to Safeway for handing out all the water. Next, we have Dancing for Joy. And this is something that Chad and me are going to join right after the parade.
Check your inbox, Rick, because I already signed
Check
you up.
the inbox. 20 years they've been in business. They opened their Lynden campus in 2017 on 3rd Street. They promote self-worth and inclusiveness in the professional atmosphere to share the joy of dancing with everyone. They work hard on their new upcoming shows. At the Mount Baker Theater, they're going to be there June 27, 28, 29, and 30. Tickets are available through Mount Baker Theater. Come enjoy a wonderful show. Don't forget to check out Dancing for Joy's website for the summer dance camps and ballet intensives.
Yep, they just need to know what size stretch pants to order for you, Rick, and you're going to be ready to go.
Well, the key word here is stretch pants. You know, kind of, I get the biggest size, and,
right.
it just about fits everybody. Next, we have the Barnyard Kids 4-H Club. They promote involvement in the dairy industry for kids in North Whatcom County. Leaders are, and they've been leading for years, Joanne Odens and Kate Wrights. All these kids, you'll see them at the Northwest Washington Fair. The Barnyard Kids 4-H Club is a great organization, and we appreciate, hi Joanne, we appreciate you guys, all the hard work you guys do with teaching these kids the art of 4-H. And we just hope this never ends, because that's all part of our farming industry here in Whatcom County. And we just thank you so much for all your hard work.
Such great lessons they learned in those 4-H clubs. You know, responsibility and hard work. Just a great program.
This is the Meridian Middle School Band. Consists of about 3 dozen 7th and 8th grade students from Meridian Middle School. They are in various local parades, and they've taken home top honors. They are in parades, the Rhododendron Festival in Port Townsend, the Junior Ski to Sea Parade in Bellingham, the Freeland Parade, and of course our own Lynden Farmers Day Parade. Drum Major Abby Whitehead, Color Guard is Josie Cypress, Drumline Leader Deacon Lathram, Band Director Sandy Rogers, Color Guard Coach Lisa Burgess. These women have all worked together since 2006 and will be retiring at the end of this parade season. Thank you to all these wonderful young middle school kids, 7th and 8th graders, for being here with us and for having a great, great marching band. Next, we have the Lynden Heritage Museum reopening their fire department history exhibit, celebrating Whatcom County's bravest Lynden Fire Department. This is what the city used as its first ambulance right here, this good old Chevy. Trusted Seagraves fire truck, which was in service from 1940 to the 1960s. It is on the back of the Burke's towing truck. Make sure to swing by their free open house from noon to 4 today. It's down the end of the street here, the end of Front Street. Would be on the east side. So go down there and check it out from noon to 4. They're celebrating long-standing history activities of the fire department. And you can enjoy family activities, free snacks and drinks. So go to the Lynden Fire Department and check out the new fire department history exhibit. That's a cool old fire truck, isn't it, Chad?
That is a neat one.
It certainly is.
On the back of that Burke's Towing rollback there, give them a call if you get stranded like that fire truck is.
Yeah, he is. Great display. Next, we have the Racial Unity Now, the run, as they call it, celebrates the beauty of our diverse community. This is a 1930 Model A, owned and driven by Alan Lickel. Jeremy DeRoe, executive president of Run, is the honored passenger in this vehicle. Beautiful old 1930 Model A. And we got some people from the community in here. We thank them so much for being here. The Racial Unity Now, celebrating the beauty of our diverse community and the flavor of our town. Next, we have Northwest Propane and Chagrin Belgians. This is a 6-horse hitch sponsored by Northwest Propane. The Chagrin family, Bill and Lois Chagrin, Craig and Sherry. And the Propane, Northwest Propane, Galen and Steve Vanderyacht. Hi, Craig. How you doing? Hi, Bill. How are you, my friend? They were the greatest neighbors a person could ask for when we were first married and our kids were growing up. The Chagrins are wonderful people. Craig is a great, great driver. This is an old Northwest Propane truck. It's a 1949, one of the first delivery trucks. Right behind that is a Kenworth Propane delivery truck, driven by Levi. How you doing, Levi? I've seen you several times, but never with your kids on your lap in the truck. Then we got a big Peterbilt propane transport. This is what they deliver the propane from the railroad yards or wherever they're getting it to the yard. And Matt Tellison, my good friend Matt, and his lovely wife. You're sitting a little close to Matt. Yeah. Matt, keep her back in her own seat, will you please? I know she can't keep her hands off you, my friend, but oh, they got the daughter in there with them. Yeah, that always helps. Good to see you, Matt. Everything looks great, buddy.
Boy, that crew at Northwest Propane, they keep these trucks so shiny, so clean all the time. It looks like they just came out of the wash bay every day.
Isn't that the truth? No, Matt has been a good friend of mine for years and years. We trucked together, well, not for the same company, but I had my own company. He drove for his dad for a long time. We used to see each other. He is a really great guy. And, Northwest Propane was established in 1947, been family owned and operated for 4 generations. So we thank you to them and also to the Chagrin Belgians, Bill and Lois, Craig and Sherry. Next we have Cascade Compost and Soils, formerly S&W Rock Products. They're under new management, and they have coupons, as Chad was mentioning. Ownership is Travis and Mary Moss. Driving the loader is Jake DeBryan, and driving the new delivery truck, the beautiful, good-looking white truck there, is Travis Moss. And they still offer all the great products that they always have. This is Jake DeBryan in the loader. How you doing, Jake? Busy? Attaboy.
Yeah, if you want 100 pounds of free yard waste drop-off for them, I have some coupons here at the announcer's booth. There's also some in the chamber office. But if you want 100 pounds free yard waste drop-off, come see us. We're happy to give you one.
You bet. They want to get their new business off the ground, and I'm sure it will. But it's called Cascade Compost and Soils, and it is on the Hannigan Road, just before the Pole Road on the right-hand side. This is the Lynden Middle School Band, 180-piece marching band from the Lynden Middle School. They're performing 1,000 dances under the direction of Fred Winkler. And you know, I'm panning through all these kids. I think I see my good friend Elijah Clark in there. Yes, I do believe I do see Elijah. Elijah, good job. Great job, kids. I'll tell you what, Lynden always had one of the best marching bands, and this is where it all starts.
Great
Next
program. Great program they got at Lynden there for band.
You bet they do. Next is James Ellenboss in the 1914 Model T Ford. Beautiful rig. Lynden Motor Company service vehicle, owned and driven by James Ellenboss, the grandnephew of the founders of Lynden Motor Company. Passenger is Dennis Ellenboss, the grandson of one of the owners of the company. Wow, I'll tell you what. Now that is a cool looking old rig, isn't it, Chad?
Those are neat.
Man, that thing is restored to the max. That's another thing that can drop off at my place. I think I got room in my garage for that.
Did you buy one of those new when they came off the showroom floor?
You know, Chad, that's just about enough. You know, I'm gonna have your guys back there, actually the brains of the outfit. I'm gonna have them cut your mic. You ever watch Judge Judy? When she says, "Don't talk anymore, I'll cut your mic." That's what I'm gonna do to you, Chad.
Okay.
Lynden Public Library. Whatcom County Library staff and Bookmobile Huck invite you to sign up for summer reading. Maybe you should sign up for that.
I can't read.
Okay. Come to the Lynden Library and stock up on reading materials, movies, and games. They have, yeah, she said I can help you with that.
Now I'm going to be paying them a visit.
Anyhow, June 21 at the Heritage Museum, their summer read-off kickoff party. On June 27, there's Huck, the Bookmobile. Programs are sponsored by the Friends of Lynden Library. Go check them out. This is BSW and SAF cattle, Sorrel Percherons, owned by the Watson family. My good friend, Dr. Robert Watson. Hi, Doc. Good to see you, my friend. You bet. Sponsored by Blue Star Welding and SAF cattle. Doc Watson and me go back a lot of years. And Doc Watson was a psychologist. So I always said in my years at the fair when I was announcing there, Doc Watson always told me, "You come on and see me. You really need me badly." I don't know what he meant by that.
One of my favorite parts of the fair is watching, 6 or 8 of those 6-horse hitches all in the arena driving around, figure eights all at the same time. It is a sight to see.
Oh, man. And again, thank you to the Watson family and their sponsor, Blue Star Welding and SAF Cattle. Next, we have Serve Pro of Whatcom County. Known for their bright green trucks, commitment to the community, they proudly deliver top-tier restoration and construction services throughout Whatcom County. Faster to any disaster. They stand behind their local roots, honoring agricultural heritage and proudly supporting farms, families, and businesses who make this a great place to live. ServPro, they're especially proud to support the Meridian High School class of 2026 as they launch a year of fundraising to send their class to Disneyland Resort's grad night celebration. Rally behind these students as they work hard to make unforgettable memories. Thank you again to ServPro of Whatcom County, and if you ever need them for any of your disasters, fires, floods, whatever the case may be, give them a call. By floods, I mean a lot of people, their pipes break and whatever the case may be. But ServPro is the one to call. No worries. Next, we have the Mount Baker Belgians, owned by Dan and Heather Whitecamp and their kids, Seth and Katie. Been showing their Belgians, their blonde Belgians, for over 35 years at local fairs and parades. Dan, it's always sad to see the grandpa get demoted to the pooper scooper. I can sympathize with you, my friend. I've been there, done that. Their wagon is an original 1904 Studebaker. They want to thank their longtime supporters, sponsors, LTI Incorporated and Milky Way, for their generous support, and all of their family and friends who help with the horses every year. Thank you to the Whitecamp family and their beautiful blonde Belgians, and also to LTI and Milky Way. Next, we have a good friend of mine in a 1931 Ford Model A who he had a hand in restoring. It's Andrew and Cheryl Heemstra. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Cheryl. You know, Cheryl, you make Andrew look really good. And Cheryl is an attorney at law located in the Lynden Family Business Park Medicine Building, and she serves clients for water rights, wills and trusts, and small businesses. Andrew and Cheryl Heemstra. Cheryl, by far, is the brains of the family. Sorry, Andrew. This is the Blaine High School Band and Cheer under the direction of Mrs. Jancy Knutson and Mr. Brian Myrick. Representing school spirit, talented group brings energy and excitement, countless hours to perfecting their routines. We're proud to have him here today with their signature spirit and sound. Let's hear it for the Border Rights. Thank you to the Blaine Marching Band. Right behind them is the Northwest Silver Stars, a cheerleading and dance. They've been serving Whatcom County since 2000. Look at those little gals. They offer classes for gymnastics, tumbling, cheer, dance, and more. They have show teams and competitive teams for girls and boys of all age levels. So thank you to the Northwest Silver Stars cheerleading and dance team. Appreciate you being here. Next, we have the Darrington Timber Bowl Rodeo. Everybody knows where the Darrington Rodeo is. It's one of the greatest rodeos around. It's the last weekend of June, so it's coming up. Here we have the royalty, the Senior Queen Georgia on her horse Boomer. The Junior Princess Molly on Sis. Molly's right here, right? And we have Junior Princess Colby on Scooter. And the Junior Princess Josie on Mac. We are so proud to have you at our parade, you beautiful young ladies. And we look forward to the Darrington Timber Bowl Rodeo the last weekend of June. Thank you so much for being here, and good luck with the rodeo. I'm sure it'll be wonderful. Next, we have the Northwest Renegade Cowgirls Drill Team. They've been around for a long time, sponsored by Vlan's Plumbing and Electric, Vander Yacht Propane, and Grace Harbor Farms. A group of cowgirls brought together as a team to enjoy the art of horsemanship and develop the skills of confidence, leadership, and teamwork through the art of drill. These girls are absolutely amazing. If you've never had a chance to see them, go see them. I think, hi Kaylee, you're going to be at the fair again this year, right? Okay, go watch them at the Northwest Washington Fair, the Sumas Bolorama. These young ladies are absolutely fantastic, and I can't say enough good things. I've watched them many, many times and never tire of watching them. So thank you to the Northwest Renegade Cowgirls drill team for being a part of our parade again this year. We appreciate you so much. Next we have Budget and Johnson's Towing. They've combined serving Whatcom County with reliability and hometown pride. Got this beautiful Peterbilt tow truck. Looks like a big rotator on the back of it. They've been keeping the roads clear and drivers safe for 30 years. From light duty to heavy recovery, their fleet is always ready to roll. They want to say a special thank you to the community and farmers for everything they do. And we also thank Budget and Johnson's Towing for everything you do. Beautiful rotator that they have here in the parade this year. Just a great company, been around for 30 years, and hopefully for another 30. Next, we have the North County Grapplers Youth Wrestling Club. Don't mess with these girls and guys, Chad.
No, not at all.
No. They're a youth wrestling club for both boys and girls, grades K through 12. Their season runs November through May. They're a youth feeder club for Nooksack Valley, and the wonderful coaches are involved in both the club and the high school. Was this a drill team?
Next page.
Next page. This is a La Senoritas drill team. We got mixed up. I don't think the wrestlers are here. They were formed in 1964, made up of girls ages 5 through 20. They are led by Lucia Espinoza, Isabella de Santiago, Livia Largent, Cassie Knapp, instructors Maribeliza Herrera and Ivy Perez. You know, I thought they looked a little small for wrestlers.
Well, yeah.
But they proudly sponsored by the Lake City Western Vigilantes and the Linwood Eagles Auxiliary, number 2888, and the Seattle Fleet Reserve. Next, we have the Birch Bay Chamber of Commerce. Thank you for being here. And they are going to attempt to break a world record for the largest polar bear plunge on New Year's Day. Registration is free and will be open later this summer. Don't worry, Chad, I already got you registered.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
I can't wait. This is going to be a good time.
Do you know when New Year's Day is? Because you can't read.
Do we know what the current world record is?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're going to break it.
Anyhow, we're going to break it. Make plans to help make history at Birch Bay.
241?
January 1, 2026.
2461. 2,461 people?
Okay.
Oh, I'm in. We're breaking that.
We're going to break it. This is the Meridian Marching Band. They have been a staple of the Pacific Northwest marching scene for many decades, competing in parades, festivals, from Leavenworth to Seattle to Lynden. They bring the best music and performances what we have to offer in the community. Recently, the Color Guard completed the first season in the Pacific Performing Arts for the winter season. Thanks to all the parents, staff, and community members, the Meridian High School Marching Band. Thank you to Meridian Marching Band again. Next, we have the Northwest Kart King. It's a family-owned golf cart dealership in Sumas, and you see a lot of them around town here. They offer brand new, street legal Evolution electric vehicles, and they want you to visit their showroom or shop online today at northwestkartking.com. They have some beautiful golf carts. This is no exception. Do you have anything used, or is it all new? It's all new. So all new golf carts. They build them there right in Sumas, Washington. They're beautiful golf carts. Look at, here's some of them right here. You bet. The Laurer family over there on the far side. You bet. How you doing?
Johnny's here.
Johnny!
These things look like they're a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun, aren't they, John? Yeah. Look at, he's getting the grandkids to start driving him. John, one of our Northwest Washington Fair Board members. He's a great guy. You bet. If you have any questions, you just ask John how he likes his. And I know from talking to him at grandkids' ball games, he loves it.
I think for the last couple of years, they keep losing my address because there hasn't been one in my driveway yet.
Me either, Chad. I hear you, buddy. Next, we have the LD Democrats, the 42nd District. And these are the Whatcom Democrats. They believe in economy that works for all.
Thank you, sir.
That health care is the right and our democracy is worth defending. Ultimate power lies within the people. Come join the big tent party to ensure the blessings of liberty for us and future generations. So the Whatcom 42nd District Democrats, thank you for being here today on this beautiful spring day in downtown Lynden. Next, we have the North Queens Drill Team. They were formed in 1959, and they're from the Linwood area. They tied for first place at the 2025 Seattle Drill Team competition. They're a semi-military style drill team. They travel all over Washington and to Oregon to participate in parades. Drill mistress Kim Looney, instructor Nikki Looney, Captain Alina Harris, and color guard Captain Serenity Napper. Serenity. They lead the team today. Thank you, ladies. Beautiful job. Good job. You bet. Takes a lot to get a drill team together, and you can tell these ladies have been practicing. This isn't their first day. This is Chief Whatcom chapter of DARE, Daughters of the American Revolution. It was established in 1890 to preserve the history of the United States during the American Revolution. These ladies, known as daughters, are direct descendants of the Patriots. The Chief Whatcom chapter of Whatcom County was created in 1912 with Phoebe Judson, the mother of Lynden, daughter Ebby Roeder, first regent, as our local organizers. Thank you for the DARE ladies for being here today, the Daughters of the American Revolution. Next we have Kolchak Academy, a private K-5 school at 5217 Northwest. Dr. Kelsha means pure, and this school offers purely educational services without the politics. The school focuses on student-based, holistic approach through academic excellence, character building, and smaller class size for personalized teaching. Children from all walks of life are welcome. To register, visit kolchaacademy.us. Thank you for being here. Kolcha Academy, appreciate it so much. Next, we have the Whatcom County Amateur Hockey Association, the Bellingham Junior Blazers. They're an amateur hockey association home to the Bellingham Junior Blazers. Their mission is to develop and encourage the sport of youth hockey in Whatcom County with a focus on fun, physical activity, social well-being, and to teach sportsmanship through wholesome competition. They're here to provide a positive youth hockey experience for all players of all skill levels and ages. And they do have all skill levels and all ages. Chad, can you skate on those things or ice skate like these kids?
You know,
Look it's like they were born on those things.
I don't think I've ever actually been on ice skates, but I don't
Have
know.
you ever been on those roller skates, those kind of roller skates?
Oh, yeah, I worked at the roller skating rink when I was younger.
But can you skate?
Oh, yeah, I can roller skate. That ice skate, that's a whole nother level there. I don't know. I might be too old for that.
I don't know. Those just little single wheels, that looks hard to keep your balance on. I have a hard time just in my shoes.
Well, yeah.
Next, we have our good friend, Little Caesar's Pizza. Little Caesar, home of the hot and ready. Locally owned and operated for more than 35 years. Little Caesar, you've been in every parade and you never age. He doesn't hear too well either.
Not a day over.
Huh? Maybe he is aging. Yeah, Melissa said maybe he is aging. Can't hear me anymore. But there he hears me, you betcha. Next we have the Ferndale Middle and High School Marching Band. 180 members strong. Grades 7 through 12. Third year in a row participating at our parade, and we are blessed to have them. They're performing Copacabana from Barry Manilow, led by drum majors Samantha Foss and Brooklyn Cunningham. You know how I could pronounce Copacabana? Because I was there when Barry Manilow made that song. I was there.
Wow.
Yeah. Were you?
I was not even born yet, Rick.
Wow. The 180 member 7th through 12th grade Ferndale Middle and High School Marching Band.
Nice job, Ferndale.
Beautiful,
What a great
job.
show.
Beautiful. Next, we have the Fourth Corner Elites. They're a Whatcom County car club started in 1980. They have 4 car shows a year to raise money for Whatcom County Sheriff's Department Project Santa Claus and support an automotive scholarship at Bellingham Technical School. Our members have cars from the 1920s to current. They're stock and hot rods. These guys put a lot of time and effort into these cars.
I've been to a bunch of their shows, and it's first class every time. They have such passion for it. There's such a fun group of people to just sit and talk to about these old cars. Just a wealth of information.
Oh, that's exactly right. And like it says, from stock cars to hot rods, you bet. You guys do a fantastic job. And plus, they do it for a good cause. They raise money for the Whatcom County Sheriff's Department, the Project Santa Claus, to support those who can't support themselves or who lack because they don't have enough. Yeah, and plus it's kind of fun for all us senior citizens to show all these kids how much horsepower we had. Chad, you're a mechanic.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that's raw horsepower, right?
There's nothing like the
300.
yeah.
300. And if you had 300 horsepower in anything now, it'd be the size of New York. Yeah, no, that was raw power.
Yeah.
I've got an old 64 GTO yet. And you could almost crawl, even a guy my size could crawl in there to change spark plugs.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyhow, this is Lynden Mini Cheer. They have a fundraising project for the Lynden High School cheerleaders. They meet 3 times during the school year. Their next practice will be in the fall, and these cheerleaders give of their time to teach these future cheerleaders. Wow. Please follow Lynden Cheer on Instagram for dates and times to be announced. You know what? These young ladies and young men become cheerleaders, but they don't just go to ball games and cheer. They do a whole lot more than we could ever imagine. And there's the Miss Cheer captain. She's been for how many years? 36? How can that be when you're 38? They're followed by the Lynden High School Band. Achieved their 31st superior rating in a row. You go to any state tournament activity, and the best band of all of them is the Lynden High School Band.
Well, Trevor Galligan does a fantastic job with that music program.
Trevor does a beautiful job. They are the band to have around. And I know they've even done, they've played for Lynden Christian before. This is Vandriot Propane. No, wait a minute. This is not Vandriot Propane. This is Granite Construction. Include a range of heavy construction and paving equipment, all critical to performing civil construction here in Lynden and Whatcom County. They are led by the Valley View Percherons, the Wilder family, who had a long and storied history with granite construction. And we've always appreciated the Wilder family, and Granite Construction has sponsored them for a lot of years. The beautiful gray, dapple gray drafts, and we just always look forward to seeing them at the Northwest Washington Fair or wherever they're at. When you see 6 of these dapple grays lined up pulling this beautiful red wagon, it is definitely a sight to see. So we want to thank Granite Construction and the Valley View Percherons. And you're the most important part of it all. Do you know that? Anyhow, Van Wingerden Greenhouses. Van Wingerden Home and Garden in Blaine has served Whatcom County for over 20 years with quality annuals, hanging baskets, and more. That's good looking right there. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 to 5. The Van Wingerden family, they do a beautiful job. They know how to raise flowers.
Oh boy, do they. Such a variety. They got so much stuff out there. Go stop and check them out. They've got a little something for everybody there.
Now we've got Vandriot Propane. One of their delivery trucks. They want to wish everybody a wonderful day and give a special thank you to all their customers. Hey, Daryl, how you doing? Daryl Lankar, one of their senior drivers here. You bet. In his truck that he delivers propane with. Past, present, and future, they want to thank all their customers. If it wasn't for your generous support, they'd not be here today. Brian and the boys at Vanderyacht Propane, this is one of their beautiful transport trucks. You bet. They've got first cabin equipment, and they do a great job. For all your propane needs, contact Vanderyacht Propane.
Well, it's another group that just keep these trucks polished up to a T all day, every day, always looking fantastic.
Yeah, you know, it's not just for parade time. These things look like this all the time.
Yep, I don't know how they do it.
I don't either, because I had a trucking business for 45 years, and I know how hard it is to keep them all looking like this. But they do it. Vanderyacht Propane, located on the Guide Meridian, just south of the Pole Road, on the west side of the road. Next we have Strimler Concrete, volumetric mixing. You've probably seen these trucks around.
They're pretty neat trucks. They'll pull up to your job site. You want a yard, or for whatever. I don't know what their minimum is, but
yeah, they're like a batch plant on wheels.
Mix it up on site, put it where you want it.
They get fresh concrete with every pour. They've got 3 trucks right now to service your larger needs, smaller needs, whatever. They can do it all. How you doing, buddy? You're a pretty good driver. Is that fun? Strimler Concrete. Volumetric mixing. It's a whole new mixing system, and I don't totally understand it. Do you, Chad?
Well, you know, it's kind of nice
because plant on wheels.
When they're on site and you plan like I do, and you're a half yard short, they can just squeeze another half yard out.
They can get that half yard out of there just instantly. And then following them is one of Strimler Gravel's good-looking dump trucks. Strimler Gravel has been in the business for 40 years, and they're based right here in Lynden. They do a great job from site preparation to seamless utility installation, top quality gravel deliveries. They're the trusted name. Virgil and Cheetah Strimler started the business. You bet. They do a great job. Cheetah's still out there riding horse. Unfortunately, Virgil went to meet his maker a little earlier than we would have liked to seen him do that. But he's the winner there. And his sons, Lane and Vince Strimler, have taken over the business. But just great people. So Strimler Gravel Incorporated.
It's a valued member of the community, too. They do such great work around here.
Yeah, they certainly do. Next, we have Lynden Christian FFA, Farm Business Management. They took first place at the state convention, and they'll be going to the nationals. Fisher Block participated in the talent showcase at the FFA state convention, and he'll be going to the nationals in the fall. And he's going to go to Dordt University in the fall also. Right, Fisher? You bet. Knock 'em dead, kiddo. Washington State FFA introduced a new competition egg innovation. LC took first in that. Good job, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice job, everybody.
You bet. A new competition. They won't be going to nationals, but they did great. We are proud of you all. Next, for the very first time, we have the Lynden Christian School Marching Band. First time in school history. The marching band, thanks to the generous community donations, they were able to purchase the equipment needed to make this happen. For the very first time, the Lynden Christian Marching Band. What a great, great thing to have happen. Mr. Q, I don't see him. Did he get this all together? He's way up there. Mr. Q, good job, my friend. And Mrs. Q, you bet. And all the parents, all the teachers, all the faculty members, It takes a village. It takes a village.
For sure. We wish them a lot of luck in their marching band career. It's going to be long lived, I'm sure.
You bet. I'm sure it is. Next, we have the Lynden Farmers Market. Today is opening day for the Lynden Farmers Market. They're open from 10 to 2 every Saturday at Centennial Park, 4th and Grover. Load up on fresh local produce, grass-fed beef, eggs, pork, local honey, jams, jellies, fresh-cut flowers, delicious treats, and handcrafted goods. Enjoy some live music and food as well. Support your local farmers and go to the Lynden Farmers Market, open 10 to 2. 68. This is D&D Custom Service. They have built sled pulling machines for D&D Custom. Come out and watch June 21 and 22 for a weekend of high horsepower. Pro mods, hot diesel, wheel standers, and antique tractors. Bring your pickups and challenge your buddies for bragging rights. Located westfield of Bridgeton Park off Badger Road. Dan Dykstra and all the guys over at D&D. And here's another one.
Well, you want to talk about horsepower.
Oh.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking horsepower. Raw horse. Dan, how you doing, my friend? There's Dan Dykstra right up there. Hey, Dan, that fire truck, is that the one that Blake got the motor out of for old Pink? Dan bought this fire truck from down Seattle way somewhere, and he took the motor out of it and put a pulling motor in it. And my son, one of his trucks is an old 71 Kenworth, and he put the motor out of the fire truck in his truck.
Nice.
Dan Dykstra. Next, we have the Puget Sound Antique Tractor Association. The annual Antique Tractor and Gas Engine Show is July 30 through August 2. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? Jeff Kemp up there in the first Minneapolis Moline with the sign. It's July 30 through August 2 at Berthelsen Park. Fun for the whole family, including many events for the kids. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I was talking about earlier on, that when I was a kid, these were not antiques. And we thought, you know what, they're never going to get any bigger and better than this. This is about as good as it's ever going to get. But look at when you see all the new stuff. My, oh my.
Doesn't quite have the same feel.
Hi, Kevin. Who was dumb enough to let you drive that tractor? Did you just confiscate it? Oh, we don't talk about those things. Yeah. But there's a lot of guys and gals who put a lot of work into these tractors because a lot of them come out of the weeds. They haven't run for years, and they get them out. They redo them. Oh, what a beautiful job of restoration they do. And Mr. Rosema on the Alice Chalmers over there. Yes, sir. You bet. You got John Deere's, you got Alice Chalmers, you got Farmalls, you got good old Fordsons. You bet. I used to scrape at my dad's dairy with one of those tractors. You know how the gas tank is on top of the motor? I had it one time, I filled it too full and didn't put the gas cap on, and I was raking a field of hay, and all of a sudden, a woof, and the whole tractor burnt to the ground. It happened. There's Dan Rosema. Dan's been a big part of the PSATA for a long time, the whole Rosema family. But Dan, the Alice Chalmers over there, and yeah, they've been a big part of it. Got a good old Massey Harris. Boy, Massey Harris. That's a name from the past. And the International. You go over there and you watch these things, and they'll pull. They have pulling matches also. And these things, you would think that you could watch grass grow faster than they're pulling the sled. But they keep churning and churning and churning, and they just never stop. You know, these old Alice Chalmers, they, my dad had a WD-45 with tricycle wheels. That means the wheels in the front are right next to each other. When I'd do something wrong, he'd hook the plow up to the old WD-45 with the tricycle wheels and make me go out and do a little plow and try to hang on to the steering wheel when those little wheels hit the rut. Boy, oh boy. Amazing I didn't break an arm. Got my arms strong though.
Boy, I bet.
But the Puget Sound Antique, hi Mark, Puget Sound Antique Tractor and Machinery Association, you bet.
Yeah, if you've never been to that, you really should go check
You
it out.
really go. It's at the Berthelsen Park out there on the Berthelsen Road, just outside of town, about 4 miles. And I'll tell you what, it's worth seeing. Again, that's July 30 through August 2 at Berthelsen's Park. There's an old auto car and a good old Kenworth. What year is that thing? 60? I got a 71. You want to buy it? Give me a call. Next, we have Precision Pastry. It's a fundraising company that helps anyone needing to raise money. They help single individuals all the way up to whole schools. Precision Pastry is located in Lynden, Washington, and is ready to help. So thank you to Precision Pastry for all that they do, raising money for needy causes. You bet. Precision Pastry, located in Lynden. Give them a call. Invite them to your next money-raising operation.
Looks like all my favorite things in the back of that baby.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
They would have to put those kind of pictures on there, wouldn't they? Now
Looks-
my stomach's growling like a hungry bear.
It's too bad you didn't get any Poppergies.
Too bad what?
Too bad you didn't get any Poppergies.
Yeah, it is a shame, isn't it? And I noticed you've got all yours gone now already.
Well,
This is Whatcom Family Farmers.
Dylan Honcoop in the driver's seat.
driving. Dylan, good job. I like the cowboy hat. Nice touch. The Whatcom Family Farmers working to preserve the legacy and future of family farming in Whatcom County. Local farmers facing many challenges, especially now, and Whatcom Family Farmers serves as their strong public voice. So thank you, Dylan, and Whatcom Family Farmers for being here again and for all the hard work that you do.
It's a great group. They've got a ton of information on their socials and website. So if you've got farming questions and stuff like that, they're a great resource in this community.
They certainly are. You know, talk to Dylan and he can point you in the right direction or tell you many things. Next, we have the Lynden School District Transportation Department. These folks have been transporting kids safely to and from school for decades. And I'm sure many of you heard about the tragic accident that one of these little buses had about a month or two ago. And the driver was killed. And so please respect the school bus. I know you think sometimes, I don't feel like sitting there waiting for them to get done getting these kids picked up. Just have a little bit of patience. They're doing their job, and they're transporting your kids or grandkids safely to school. And we just appreciate everything that they are doing. So give them a wave next time. The Lynden School Transportation Department.
They have such kind hearts and just love on those kids.
Oh, they
and
do.
You're
It's
such
just-
a vital part of it.
It is. It's just a tragic thing what happened. Next, we have Bellingham Bay Rolling Band. The Bellingham Bay Rolling Band consists of members from the Bellingham community. You bet. I love it. I love it. They just go into parades and they just have fun with their tubas or their tambourines or whatever they have, drums, and they just have a lot of fun. Next, we have West Side Building Supply, in business since 1959, started by my good friend Jake Bovenkamp. Been proud to support our local contractors and retail customers with quality building materials and exceptional hometown service. Beautiful, beautiful delivery truck right there. They take this thing off the back and unload the lumber. Beautiful, good looking lumber. They also have a rental department. They have the right tool for every job. Here's some of the stuff that they rent. Renting everything from power tools to carpet cleaners to trailers and heavy equipment. Got a little Kubota Bobcat on there, or I shouldn't call it a Bobcat, it's a Kubota. And a little post hole digger, all kinds of stuff. Visit Westside. They're on the Guide Meridian, kind of between Main Street and Front Street on the Guide. So go see them for all your contracting, your retail needs, and rental needs. This is the Dodd family. This is a 1967 U.S. Army M35A2. It's a deuce and a half, 2.5 ton cargo truck. This is named Betty with the 1968 1.5 ton cargo trailer named Bertha. So this is Bertha and Betty. When I was in the service, I drove a lot of these deuce and a halves, and you know what? Chad, you're a mechanic, you probably know, but you could put cooking oil in those things and they'd run on it.
Boy, they will go on just about anything.
They'll run on anything. They don't need fuel. They'll run on just about anything.
Yep.
You bet.
Hey, last year I sang the quick Demi Log Show theme song when the trucks come by. Wonder if I can do it again.
Yeah, stop
yeah.
them for just for a second. Stop them just for a second. You want to sing it right now?
We got a guest singer.
We got a guest singer.
All right, this is for the Demi Log Show. Take me out to the log show. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some suspenders or maybe a hat. I can't wait till I get to come back, and it's root for your favorite logger. If they don't win, it's okay. 'Cause it's chop, saw, climb a spar tree at the Deming Log Show.
Nice job.
Good job, young man. No, we're good. We're good. This is the 62nd annual logging show. Hey, Lance, is that you in there? You know who I am, right? We drove truck a lot around the same circles, right? Good to see you, my friend. You're looking great. And then the old man's the bull of the woods. Yeah. The 62nd, that's a 1997 W900 that Lance is driving. Ludke Pacific truck. Proud to introduce the 25 Bull of the Woods, Lloyd Ludke. Congratulations, Lloyd. Accompanying Lloyd are members of his family. Following is a 1999 Peterbilt 378 driven by Jeff Tellison, Johnny Tellison's son, from Tellison Trucking, hauling a load of logs from the Great Western Lumber Mill in Everson. So we'll see you all next week at the Deming Logging Show. You bet. You don't want to miss it. It's out there on
Cedarville?
Cedarville Road.
Yep.
Thank you, Chad.
Yep.
You got to go to the log show.
It's a lot
And
of fun.
It's good to see Lance Ludke and the Bull of the Woods, Lloyd Ludke, and also Jeff Tellison with a beautiful load of logs with his truck all shined up. You bet. The Deming Log Show, always a great, great thing to see. Next, we have Grace Harbor Farms. The Lukens family started Grace Harbor Farms in 1999. Since then, it's grown from a 2-goat operation into a dairy that distributes cow and goat milk products as far as South Olympia, employs more than 20 people. They're continuing to expand their product line with new items such as goat cheese spread. Visit their store on the Birch Bay Lynden Road 6 days a week. Owner David Lukens is driving the farm truck today. Good job, David. With him are his wife Julie and son Weston. So Grace Harbor Farms, go out there and get some. You know, have you ever had goat cheese?
Yes, it's delicious.
I would love to have some goat cheese sometime. I've never had it. Maybe I'll go out there and grab some. Next, I believe we have Granite. Just a minute. Hang on. We got to find you. This is Granite Services.
Yeah.
And they've got one of their big trucks here that goes out, repair truck. And also one of their great big 8-axle gravel truck. They perform a range of heavy construction and paving equipment, and they're critical to performing civil construction here in Lynden, Whatcom County, and the greater Puget Sound area. Granite's entries include, the Valley View Percherons already went, and that's where we're mixed up here because we thought you were going to follow them. But this is a water truck, and they've got all the service trucks to go and complete a job. Granite Construction, they've been around for years. They have a long and storied history, and we are proud to have them here at our parade. Next, we have the Cascade 2 Cycle Club. They're a group of guys showing off the restored tractors and implements. Again, here we have some restored tractors and equipment. But these are only 2-cylinder tractors. That's why it sounds like they're running out of oil or something, but this is the way the 2 cylinders just pop, 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 pop. But they pull, don't they? They pull. I mean, it's amazing. I've seen these things pull their living guts right out of their engines because they don't want to quit. And they do tractor pulls over there. A lot of these, Keith, keep it on the road. I know you're having a problem doing that most of the time. Huh? The what? Keith T-Sal, you're not getting old. If you're getting old, I'm ancient. Are you saying I'm ancient? You are, aren't you? Do you know Keith T-Sal?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
These the engines in these things, they're sure not very big, but boy, did they put out the
torque.
torque.
And there's Norm T-Sal.
Yep.
Do something with that kid in front of you, will you, Norm? Norm T-Sal, he's in the John Deere there. He's just about sitting 4 inches off the pavement. But these guys do a great job with these tractors. And they're all the 2 cycles. And they know how to restore them.
2-cylinder.
I mean, 2 cylinders.
Yep.
But they know how to restore them. They said that's 71 cubic inches. So how much horsepower? 75 horsepower? All right. Next, we got my good friends at Dick Bedlington Farms. They're here to celebrate another amazing year of getting the crops in the ground. They grow potatoes. Scott and Melissa, Bedlington and my good friend Dick and Mar. Dick's been in the business for years. Now he turned it over to the kids. But this is a 4-row potato planter driven by Kyle Temersma. How you doing, Kyle? And that's followed by a semi-truck and trailer driven by Jamie Pollander. And he has precious cargo with all the spud fans on the trailer. And we even got the spuds up there. Look at that. Yeah, you don't fall off that thing. It's a long way to the ground. Of course, you probably wouldn't feel it, but you'd crack your spud.
Marlis is one of the potatoes.
Marlis. Thanks, Melissa. I appreciate that. Melissa Bedlington right there, part of the business. Marlis, which one are you?
Oh, nobody knows.
You don't know.
She's not going to claim it.
The far one. Marlis, you've never looked so good, my dear. Why don't you have Dick and the other one? Dick Bedlington Farms. Great, great bunch of people. Scott and Melissa, good job again. Dick and Mar, always a pleasure. This is one of their harvesters. This is Justin Pollander. And you remember seeing the potato harvesters that were about a 2-row, and they took forever to load a truck. But that was just the way it was. Now these things, that big bin up there, and you see the yellow curtain thing, the potatoes go up there, they fill that great big bin, and then the truck comes up, and they just unload into the truck. The beauty of that is a lot of times during potato season, the fields get extremely wet, and the trucks get stuck if they have to go next to the potato digger. So this way, the potato digger can come to them with a load. Next, we have my good friends, Arv and Bridget Zuring from Western Concrete Pumping. Family-owned and operated business serving Northwest Washington since 1978. They're dedicated to customer service, satisfaction, and job safety. They have 23 trucks and booms reaching up to 180 feet. They can conveniently service all of your concrete pumping needs in the Pacific Northwest, including Whatcom, Skagit, Snohomish, King Island, and San Juan counties. Hi, Arv. How you doing? Trent. You know, you're sitting there sucking on a sucker. You didn't bring me one piece of candy. What's up with that? Tanner, I didn't get anything from you. Melissa got one. Thanks, buddy. Train your brother, will you? Arv and Bridget Zuring and kids, Nathan, Michael, Christine, and Alicia. You bet. Always a pleasure to see all you guys. And Arv, always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Next, we have Grizzly Pipeworks Plumbing. It's a local residential plumbing company with over 20 years of plumbing experience, serving Whatcom County. Give them a call at 360-325-GRIZ, G-R-I-Z, for all your plumbing needs. Grizzly Pipeworks Plumbing, serving all of Whatcom County. Thanks for being here, everybody. And this is some of the families of the owners and the plumbers. This is Asphalt Northwest, LLC. It's your local paving company located right here in Lynden. Asphalt Northwest specializes in commercial and residential grading, milling, and paving for a variety of projects, including parking lots, driveways, patches, and more. Call Asphalt Northwest for your free estimates. Lauren Vanderiot and the crew over at Asphalt Northwest. How you doing?
That's a good-looking paving machine right there.
That's a really good-looking paving machine. You better believe it. Yeah, they do it, and they do it right. Asphalt Northwest. All the grading and the paving, and everything you need to make your driveway, your parking lot, whatever, look absolutely beautiful. This is Creative Events, the event and party planning. They have bouncy houses. They have just about anything to make your weddings, your birthday parties, your special events very, very special. So give them a call, Creative Events.
Yep, if you're looking for a good time, they are the people to call. Have them come out, set up a bouncy house in your backyard.
You better believe it. I suppose I have to invite you then, don't I?
Absolutely, you do.
Yeah. But if you need something, call Creative Events. Next, we have the Lynden Lions Club. The float is told by Eric Wiesen, owner of Tailor Made Truck Driving School. The Lions motto is "We serve," with 47,000 Lions clubs serving 200 counties worldwide. You know, wherever there's a need, there will be a lion to help. Thank you to the Lynden Lions Club. When you see all the flags for any event in town, they are put up by the Lions Club and taken down. They do a great, great job, and we appreciate them being part of our town, part of our parade, and part of our county. This is Seward Auto Auction. This gentleman serves all of the I-5 corridor, and he has for the last 25 years, specializing in classic and exotic cars. And so if you ever need a car transported all the way up and down the I-5 corridor, no matter what it is, give Seward Auto Transport a call, and they'll get it done. They'll do tractors. Yes, they will. They'll do cars. They'll do anything you have. If it fits on the back of this trailer, Seward will transport it for you. This is Custer Hemp Company coming up. It's a locally family-owned and operated business. They grow, process, and formulate their own CBD products using the cleanest ingredients. Visit CusterHemps.com for your CBD needs. How you doing, Aaron Clark? Good to see you, my friend. Visit them today at the Lynden Farmers Market following the parade. Aaron Clark driving the truck. CusterHemp.com. The Dalma family started this business, and it's located out on the Lynden, the Berthelsen.
Loomis Trail.
Loomis Trail.
Loomis Trail
Thanks.
and Enterprise.
Thanks, Chad.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you, sir. This is Lynden Human Life. Martin Verbrey driving his Ford 8N tractor. Lynden Human Life has existed since 1973, supporting local agencies like New Way Ministries right here in Lynden. Call 1-888-399-LIFE. Hi, Bob. My good friend Bob Frazier right there, part of Lynden Life, and we appreciate everything the Verbreys do. You see all the crosses along the guide at certain times of the year. They are all put in by these people, and we appreciate them. Next, we have Misty Flowers for Whatcom County Council at Large in November. Misty Flowers is dedicated to the farmers and families of Whatcom County. She'll work diligently to protect your assets and way of life. Thank you for feeding Whatcom families. May we protect farming for generations to come. Next, we have the Whatcom Frightmare Haunted House. Yes, they're a non-profit haunted house and have been located in Pioneer Park, which is in Ferndale, going on 7 years. They have a full scare and light scare. They fundraise for the Ferndale Food Bank and Lummi Boys and Girls Club. They're always looking for volunteers to help with the setup, takedown, and overall running of the special event. Come see them in October. And Chad, you could join the Whatcom Frightmare and not even have to get dressed up for it.
Oh, wow, Rick. Wow.
There. Take your Profricheese.
I thought,
Okay?
I thought we were friends, but
Wait a minute. We got another one here. This is Cowden Gravel and Ready Mix since 1945. Cowden Gravel and Ready Mix has proudly served Northwest Washington, delivering expert aggregate and concrete solutions for both residential and commercial projects. Dedicated to exceptional quality, they prioritize genuine customer care, and teamwork, ensuring unbeatable products and services in Whatcom, Skagit, and Snohomish counties. Since 1945. Wow. You weren't even a glimmer in your mother's eye, were you?
1945?
1945.
Yeah. Nope. There's still probably about 30 years before I
You
got
want
involved.
to hear something? Neither was I.
What?
So there.
Really?
Yes, really.
I
This
feel-
is Pete's Auto Repair. Moving on now. This is Pete's Auto Repair, locally owned auto repair shop located in Ferndale. They have the ability to work on most all vehicles for basic maintenance needs. Pete's Auto Repair has been open since 1969 and at the current location on Portal Way for almost 34 years. He's a long-standing member of the Ferndale community. So go to Pete's Auto Repair for all your auto repair needs. Next is Whatcom Transportation Authority. They provide safe and reliable and friendly public transportation throughout Whatcom County. If you would like to become a W2A bus driver and enjoy a busload of benefits, visit ridewta.com and apply today. The Whatcom Transportation Authority. Next, we have Reardon's of Bellingham. They have horsepower and hometown spirit. They're excited to celebrate their community alongside friends, family, and customers. Keep an eye out for our lineup of bold new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Hyundai vehicles with big city savings and small town feel. They're more than a dealership, they're your neighbors. Reardon's of Bellingham. You bet, and we thank them for bringing some beautiful vehicles to our parade today.
A lot of selection there they got to choose from. Stop by, check it out. If you're in the market for a new truck, Jeep, car, whatever, go see them. They will take care of you.
You bet, you bet. They got a little bit of everything. Next, we have my good friend Lynn Honcoop Gravel Incorporated. Lynn was my cousin, passed away a few years ago. They're celebrating 50 years of business this year. I started my trucking business 50 years ago, the same time Lynn started his. Pretty amazing. They want to thank the community and customers and for their great expertise, and we thank Lynn Honcoop Gravel. They say they wouldn't be here without you. And they also want to thank Preston King and his crew for the Derby car. Good luck at the fair. Darren, Jody, Eric, and Lori, and Chris. We want to thank Lynn Honcoop Gravel for being part of the community for 50 years. This is Boss Transport. Since 2001, Boss Farms and Transport been providing quality hay and straw to dairymen throughout Whatcom and Skagit counties. Boss Transportation from Sumas. George DeYoung driving there. Hi, George. How you doing? You were sitting so low, I didn't even see you. Mike and Tony Boss, the owners of Boss Transport. George is married to one of their daughters, and a beautiful load of big bales right there, Chad.
Boy, that's good looking stuff.
You bet. Boss Transportation. Been in business since 2001. Transporting all your hay and anything that fits on those trailers. Boss Transport will haul it. Next, we have North Hill Resources. providing top quality landscape materials and specialized delivery to save you time and money. North Hill Resources, you bet. Got the big, good-looking gravel truck.
Looks like Sam Cornell's in the driver's seat of that baby.
Was that Sam
Nice.
Cornelis?
Yep.
Yes, sir. It certainly was. Give them a call, providing top quality landscape materials and specialized delivery all through the county. This is Andy Achia, custom built 2023 Corvette. Ordered from the Corvette factory in 2021. Received in 2022. And driven from Bowling Green, Kentucky to Ferndale.
Wow, that's a drive.
That is a drive, isn't it? And you know, Corvettes are beautiful cars, but they don't exactly ride like Cadillacs. And ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise one more time. This is the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Honor Guard. We thank you to our U.S. Customs and Border Protection, ladies and gentlemen, for keeping our borders safe. And this is a combined honor guard from the U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our 2025 parade. We want to thank you so much for being the absolute greatest audience in the entire world. And we just ask that
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us downtown Lynden here today. Don't forget, a few weeks, July, Raspberry Festival is going to happen right down here on these streets, so make sure you stop by, check out the Raspberry Festival. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday, and enjoy the sunshine.
You bet. God bless you all. Drive safe wherever you go, whether you're going home or spending the day in town. Be safe. See you soon.
Electric wavy when I turn it on. Off from my city, off from my home. We're flying up no ceiling when we in our zone. I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet. I feel that hot blood in my body when it drops. Ooh, I can't take my eyes off of it, moving so phenomenally.